Did you know that after the age of 60, the average person loses up to 1% of their muscle mass each year even if they're still eating well? It may not seem like much at first, but over time, this quiet loss adds up. By age 80, most older adults have lost over 30% of their total muscle mass. That's when simple things like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even standing up from a chair start to feel like real challenges. This condition has a name: sarcopenia. But the bigger problem, most people don't notice it until it's already taken away their strength, balance, and independence. Now picture this. It's 6:30 in the morning in a small town in Japan. The air is crisp. And there, walking through the market or practicing slow movements in the park, are men and women in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, moving with grace, holding their heads high and still living with energy. So what are they doing differently? Well, it might start with something as small as what they add to their coffee each morning. Today we're going to explore a gentle, powerful addition that may help you rebuild lost muscle support, aging joints, and feel stronger naturally. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching from and what time is it for you right now? Leave a comment below. I really look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe, there's so much more to come. Why do older adults lose muscle? It often starts without warning. One day you notice the stairs feel just a bit steeper. The next week, your legs feel tired faster than they used to. Then you catch yourself struggling to lift something you carried easily just a few years ago. This isn't just getting old. It's your body quietly losing muscle little by little. As we age, especially after 60, our bodies naturally produce less growth hormone, less testosterone, and less estrogen, which are all key to maintaining muscle. On top of that, the signals between your brain and muscles slow down. That means your body isn't as quick to react or as strong when it does. But there's another hidden factor. Most older adults don't eat enough high-quality protein. In Japan, there's a philosophy called shokuiku, a way of educating people from a young age to eat mindfully and nutritionally. It's not just about what you eat, but why you eat it. Many older Americans still eat the way they did in their 40s, maybe a light breakfast, a sandwich for lunch, and something quick for dinner. But your body at 70 or 80 needs more protein, not less, especially when it comes to keeping your muscles. And here's where things get even more interesting. Even when older adults do eat enough protein, their bodies don't absorb it as efficiently as they once did. It's like trying to water a plant with a leaky hose. This is why it's not just about eating more, but eating smarter. Timing, quality, and the type of protein all matter. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a woman named Clara in Minnesota, 74 years old. She wasn't weak exactly, but she had stopped doing her morning walks. Her knees hurt, and she felt too tired lately. Her doctor didn't find anything wrong, but her grandson, who had just come back from studying abroad in Japan, suggested something simple. He told her, "Grandma, try adding fish collagen to your coffee. They do that in Japan all the time." She laughed at first. Collagen in coffee. But she gave it a try. Within 2 months, Clara was walking again. Not far, but she felt better, stronger. She said, "I can feel my legs again." Of course, it wasn't just the collagen. It was the change in mindset, choosing to nourish her body with something small but powerful. And that's what we'll talk about next. What are the Japanese doing differently? Why do so many of them live into their 90s with strong legs, good balance, and calm energy? Let's find out. The Japanese secret: shokuiku and eating for strength. In Japan, growing old isn't seen as a decline, it's a deepening. There's a quiet pride in aging gracefully, and it often starts with something as ordinary as the way they eat. One of the most powerful ideas behind this is a philosophy called shokuiku. It loosely translates to food education, but it's far more than that. From a young age, Japanese children are taught to understand their food, not just its taste, but where it comes from, how it's prepared, and how it fuels the body. Eating is never rushed. Meals are served with balance, small portions of fish, vegetables, fermented foods, and whole grains arranged with care and intention. And even into old age, this way of eating continues mindful, moderate, and full of nutrients. Compare that to many parts of the world where food becomes either convenience or comfort. Fast processed, salty sweet, and often low in the very nutrients aging bodies need most. But there's something else Japan gets right: their approach to protein. While many older adults in the West reduce protein as they age, perhaps to avoid heavy meals or because appetite fades, Japanese elders tend to continue eating light yet frequent doses of high-quality protein. Fish, tofu, fermented soybeans, miso, eggs, and bone broth are all common even at breakfast. They don't chase protein shakes or giant steaks. Instead, they integrate protein into every meal, often in easily digestible forms. And interestingly, they often combine it with warm liquids, soups, teas, even coffee. This brings us to a growing trend in Japan, especially among older adults who want to stay active and independent: marine collagen. Derived from fish, this natural protein has become a gentle yet effective addition to their daily routine. When added to warm drinks like miso soup or coffee, it blends in smoothly, no strong taste, no gritty texture. Just a quiet support to the body's own repair systems. It's not magic. It's consistent, thoughtful nourishment. There's even science to back this up. A 2021 study published in Nutrients found that older women who supplemented with marine collagen daily for 12 weeks experienced improved muscle strength and skin elasticity. Another Japanese study showed better joint mobility and reduced muscle fatigue in seniors who incorporated fish-derived collagen peptides. But for the Japanese, the power of this habit doesn't come from the science alone. It comes from how it fits into a larger picture, a lifestyle of daily walks sitting on the floor, which naturally strengthens the legs, stretching in the morning sun, and sharing meals with others. To them, aging well isn't about resisting time, it's about respecting the body, nourishing it, moving it, listening to it. And sometimes that begins with something as humble as a warm drink and what you choose to stir into it. The power of collagen in coffee. Why the Japanese swear by it. At first, the idea might sound unusual: collagen in coffee. For many, coffee is about comfort, routine, or that little morning boost. But in Japan, the way they treat coffee has slowly evolved, not just as a source of caffeine, but as a subtle tool for wellness, especially among the elderly. Let's start with what collagen actually is. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body. It's what gives structure to your skin, strength to your joints, and flexibility to your muscles. As we age, our natural collagen production drops starting as early as our 30s and dramatically decreasing by our 60s and beyond. This decline is one of the main reasons why skin becomes thinner, joints start to ache, and muscles recover more slowly. The Japanese, especially older adults, have quietly embraced marine collagen as a way to replenish what time takes away. Unlike bovine or pork collagen, which can feel heavy or hard to digest, marine collagen is extracted from the skin and bones of fish. It's lighter, purer, and more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs it more easily. And perhaps most importantly, it aligns beautifully with the Japanese preference for clean, ocean-based nutrition rooted in centuries of coastal living. But here's the magic: when you stir it into a warm drink like coffee, it blends effortlessly. No lumps, no fishy taste. just a smooth, invisible addition that starts to work from within. Many Japanese seniors don't even think of it as a supplement. It's just part of their daily ritual, like brushing their teeth or watering a plant. It doesn't disrupt their day, it enriches it. And what does it actually do? Several Japanese studies have shown that consistent intake of marine collagen can help reduce joint stiffness, improve skin elasticity, and support muscle recovery, especially in adults over 65. In one study, participants who consumed 10 grams of marine collagen daily for 3 months reported greater walking ease and improved leg strength. For many, this meant something as simple yet powerful as getting up from a chair without needing support, or walking farther without discomfort. For an aging body, these small freedoms matter more than we often acknowledge. But beyond physical benefits, there's also a deeper psychological layer. In traditional Japanese culture, caring for your body isn't seen as vanity, it's a form of respect. When elders add collagen to their morning coffee, they're not chasing youth. They're honoring the body they've lived in for decades, offering it nourishment with patience and dignity. It's a gesture that says, I still value this body. I still want to take care of it. Take Mr. Hayashi, for example, a retired postal worker in Osaka, now 79. He starts every day with a quiet routine, a short walk around his block, a few light stretches, and a warm cup of coffee with a spoonful of marine collagen. He says it's not a miracle, but it helps him feel less stiff, more awake. What he loves most, it's simple. No pills, no complicated regimens, just coffee and care. His wife of 52 years now drinks it too, not because someone told her to, but because she says it helps her feel smoother in the mornings. This small act, adding collagen to coffee, also aligns with Mehta, the Japanese concept of space and mindfulness. It's not just about what you consume, but how you consume it. The quiet moment of preparing your drink, the warmth in your hands, the intention behind each sip, it all becomes a kind of daily self-respect. It creates space in your day, not just for nourishment, but for reflection. And this is perhaps what sets the Japanese approach apart. It's never about doing something extreme. It's about finding small, sustainable ways to support the body over time. A spoonful here, a walk there, a stretch in the morning sun. None of it feels hard, but all of it done consistently builds a foundation of quiet strength. And in that quiet strength, many find freedom, the freedom to keep living, moving, and choosing vitality every morning, 1 cup at a time. 5 benefits of collagen in coffee for older adults. When we talk about health at an older age, the conversation often feels heavy, filled with lists of what not to do, what's no longer possible, or what's already been lost. But what if instead, we focused on the gentle gains, on what we can still nourish, rebuild, and even rediscover? Adding marine collagen to your morning coffee might seem like a small change, but over time, this one habit can quietly shift how your body feels and how you move through the day. Let's start with strength. One of the first things older adults notice is that their muscles don't bounce back like they used to. Whether it's after gardening a long walk or even just a restless night, there's a lingering tiredness. Marine collagen, rich in specific amino acids like glycine and proline, supports muscle repair. It's not a replacement for protein-rich meals, but it acts like a soft cushion beneath everything else, helping your muscles recover and rebuild in a more sustainable way. Over time, this can translate to better balance, more confident movement, and even fewer falls, something that becomes more and more important as we age. Then there's joint comfort. Many older Japanese adults describe collagen as their secret oil. They say it helps their knees feel less creaky, their fingers move more smoothly, and their morning stiffness ease up. Collagen forms part of the cartilage that cushions joints. As we lose it, movement becomes less fluid, but with consistent intake, the body receives the raw material it needs to rebuild. It's not instant, but like most things in Japanese culture, it rewards patience. Elderly farmers in Hokkaido, for instance, have long been known to sip warm fish broth daily, a natural source of collagen that they credit for keeping them working well into their 80s. Next, think about skin, not just in terms of wrinkles, but resilience. Aging skin becomes thinner, more prone to bruising and dryness. Marine collagen supports the deeper layers of the skin where elasticity is born. In Japan, many older women don't chase youth, they embrace softness. Their goal is not to look 40 again, but to glow with vitality at 70. Collagen, they believe, brings back that softness not just to the face, but to how they feel in their own skin. And perhaps just as important, it brings back a quiet confidence, the sense that your skin still belongs to you. Another quiet benefit is digestion. Warm coffee with collagen creates a gentle start to the day. Marine collagen has been shown to support gut lining integrity, which can reduce bloating and help with nutrient absorption. For older adults who sometimes feel uneasy after breakfast or skip meals due to indigestion, this combination provides a simple, soothing beginning. In traditional Japanese meals, soups and broths come first, not just for flavor, but because they prepare the stomach, like warming the soil before planting seeds. But perhaps the most beautiful benefit is consistency. When a habit is easy, it lasts. And when something feels comforting, not clinical, not like a chore, it becomes part of your rhythm. Many older Japanese drink their coffee slowly sitting by a window or in the garden. That small ritual with collagen stirred in becomes a daily act of self-care, not dramatic, not loud, but healing. It's a way of telling the body, I'm here for you, I haven't forgotten. There's a saying in Japanese, chiri motsumoreba yama to naru. Even dust, when piled up, becomes a mountain. This is how they approach health in later life. Not through sudden change, but through small, faithful steps like one warm cup of coffee infused with the strength of the sea. Over time, these steps become a path back to vitality, one sip at a time. A real-life inspiration. The 84-year-old mountain walker of Nara. In the quiet hills of Nara, Japan, a place where wild deer wander freely through ancient temples, there lives a man named Mr. Kuroda. At 84 years old, he still climbs the gentle slopes behind his village 3 times a week. Not quickly, not with the urgency of youth, but with a steady rhythm that matches the pace of the wind through the trees. Mr. Kuroda is not a former athlete. He didn't live a life of luxury or extreme health. He worked most of his life as a carpenter, spent long hours on his feet, and raised 3 children in a small wooden house tucked between rice fields. He never had a gym membership. He never followed strict diets. But he had habits, quiet, consistent ones. Every morning, long before the sun rises, he prepares his coffee. A small ceramic mug, a pour-over kettle, and 1 spoonful of marine collagen, which he gently stirs in. Then he sits by the window, listening to the sounds of nature, waking up birds, distant trains, the soft hum of wind through bamboo. When asked why he adds collagen to his coffee, he simply says, "Because I want to keep walking." He remembers how a few years ago he began feeling stiffness in his knees. The walks became harder. Climbing the slope behind his house left him breathless. His doctor told him it was just aging, but Mr. Kuroda wasn't ready to give up the hills. His granddaughter, who had been studying nutrition, suggested marine collagen. She said it was something many elders in Okinawa and Tokyo were quietly using, and that coffee made it easy to remember. So he tried. Nothing changed overnight. But after 2 months, he noticed something. Less pain, more energy, And most importantly, the return of something he didn't even realize he'd lost confidence in his body. Now at 84, he's still walking. He still chops vegetables for lunch. Still fixes broken chairs for neighbors. Still laughs with his wife every afternoon over tea. Mr. Kuroda says he doesn't believe in miracles, just in taking care of what you've been given one quiet morning at a time. And maybe that's the lesson for all of us. You don't have to climb mountains. You just have to keep moving, keep honoring the body that carries you through this life. How to prepare collagen coffee the Japanese way. One of the things that makes Japanese habits so sustainable is their simplicity. There's no rush, no overcomplication, just small, thoughtful actions done with care. Preparing collagen coffee can be just like that. A quiet morning ritual that doesn't take more than a few minutes, yet sets the tone for the entire day. First, choose your coffee. Whether it's a dark roast, a light blend, or even decaf. What matters most is that you enjoy it. In Japan, many older adults use a pour-over method, appreciating the slow drip and the aroma that fills the kitchen. But if you use a coffee maker or instant coffee, that's perfectly fine too. This routine is about gentleness, not perfection. Next, while the coffee is still warm but not boiling, add 1 scoop of marine collagen powder. It's important that the liquid isn't too hot, as extreme temperatures can degrade the delicate structure of the collagen. Think of it like preparing a tea warm enough to be comforting but gentle enough to preserve its goodness. Stir slowly. Watch how the powder dissolves with no taste, no smell, and no trace, just a smooth blend into your cup. You don't need sweeteners or cream unless you truly want them. In fact, many Japanese elders drink it black, or with just a splash of soy milk, savoring the purity of the flavor. Some even pair their collagen coffee with a small side dish, maybe a piece of fruit, a few bites of grilled fish, or a simple rice ball. The idea is not to rush through breakfast, but to give the body a calm, nourishing start. To sit, sip, and simply be. If you're new to collagen, start with a smaller dose, maybe half a scoop, and see how your body responds. Some people notice changes within weeks: softer skin, less joint stiffness, a little more energy in their steps. But above all, treat this as a moment for yourself. No noise, no scrolling. Just you, your coffee, and your intention to feel better each day. And remember, like all things in Japanese tradition, consistency is key. 1 cup won't change everything, but 1 cup every morning over time, that can become something quietly powerful. A new way to look at aging. What if aging wasn't something to fight, but something to understand? In Japan, elders are often referred to as treasures of the community. Their age is not seen as a burden, but as a symbol of depth of lessons learned, of strength earned. They don't aim to reverse time. They aim to walk with it hand in hand. And maybe that's what collagen in coffee really represents. Not a trendy fix, but a small, loving choice. A way of saying, I'm still here. I still care for myself. It's not about becoming young again. It's about becoming present. And presence, especially in old age, is a kind of power no youth can replicate. So the next time you stir that spoonful of collagen into your coffee, take a deep breath. Let it be a moment of gratitude for your body, your journey, and the quiet strength still waiting inside you. Because aging is not the end of vitality. It is the beginning of deeper living. So as we close today, I hope you carry this thought with you. Your body may have changed, but it is still deeply worthy of care. You are still capable of rebuilding, nourishing, and choosing moments that bring you comfort and strength. 1 cup of coffee with collagen is not a miracle, but it is a message to your bones, your muscles, your heart, that you're still showing up for yourself. And that matters more than we often say. In the Japanese way of living, health is not measured by youth but by presence. by the ability to rise in the morning stretch, sip something warm, and begin again no matter your age. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If today's story gave you a little hope or a new perspective, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Where are you watching from? What's one small habit you might start tomorrow? And just before we go, a gentle reminder. The information in this video is not medical advice and may not apply to everyone. Please speak with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any changes to your health routine. And if you ever feel you may be facing a medical emergency, please contact a medical professional or call your local emergency number immediately. Until next time, take care of your body, treat yourself gently, and remember, even small steps can carry you far.